worked before. Ron Fair.
God bless you.
Rolling down Imperial Highway, the big nasty red at my side. Santa Ana winds blowing hot from the north.
How you doing, baby?
We were born.
There you go.
Roll down the window,
Super Bowl again this year.
put down the top, crank up the beat boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We go ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side bay to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. It's like another perfect day. I love LA. On those Rams.
What is up, my RAMILIA fans of the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams? Hold on, I'm messing with one of my props right here from Disneyland, the Rams' other house. I was like, oh, it's not on. These are pretty cool. I had to take them out of my the living room. We have all of our Christmas stuff up, and so I didn't have nowhere to put them, so I'll just put them right there for right now. But I just wanted to come in, kind of a last minute thing. I was going to come in earlier, but it's been a busy day today. Hope everyone had a great Wednesday. We got the news. I posted a day or two ago. It was a day ago that, a little over a day ago now, that Matthew Stafford was on his wife's podcast, and he said he's coming back. We knew that already. It was going to be quite a surprise if he didn't come back. But Donald, Cup, McVay, Stafford, their Super Bowl champion, Donald and Cup and Stafford and McVay all have pride. They're champions, and they don't want to go out like that, so they'll be back next year. We're going to retool. The NFC is there's a team out there that I shall be nameless that has a good defense, but their offense is so. It depends on when you catch them. There's other teams that are okay. There's nobody that's scary in the NFC. So we get a couple of tweaks on our offensive line. We figure out what we're going to do with the running back situation, Kyron Williams and Cam Akers. We get another edge rusher, and we're ready to go, baby. I mean, Stafford, Cup, and the guys, Higbee and Tutu Atwell, another year under his belt. Ben Skoranek deserves to have his name said right. We're ready to roll, baby. So we're going to run it back next year again. But I just wanted to come in here. I got a abbreviated show. I'm going to go see that movie, The Whale. I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's going to be a great movie. I'm waiting for it. And but thank you guys for coming in. I go, let me talk to my guys and to get into the chat. Al Jafela, what's up, Rudy? Hello, RAMILIA. Happy holidays. Thank you. Happy holidays to you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Everything. This time of year is great. I love it. Friends and family, and also, if you don't have friends or family near you, you got me. You're my RAMILIA, and I appreciate you guys. Hope everyone's having a safe holiday. Just grabbed some of our tamales I was telling you about. I got them from my sister. They're actually pretty good. There's a lady we found that made them. Amazing. Robert McClendon, happy holidays. See you next season. Yes, indeed. We'll be back next season. There's going to be a full off season. OBJ still not signed. I would love to have him start off the year with the Rams, and from the preseason on, and with Cooper Kupp, but the Rams have a lot of decisions to make. A lot of decisions. Easy, Rudy, what's happening, brother? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Unannounced, like I do. Sometimes I do unannounced clips for all you guys that like to watch the replays. So yeah, make sure you guys have. And as always, when my name is mentioned, I got to do that. Alex C, what's up, Rudy? What's up, my brother? Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. I love that movie. Robert Tundis says Baker Mayfield staying next year. That's going to be a good question. I think he might. I'm really high on Bryce Perkins, but you have a veteran who's 27 years old, and I feel more comfortable with him starting. Between Wolford and my guy Bryce Perkins, you know me, I'm Smooth Perkins. I'll take him all day. I appreciate Wolford. Appreciate he's a gamer. You know, he's tough. He knows the schemes. But I'm more comfortable with Baker Mayfield. I think that he wants to, have this with McVay in these next few games. It can really do wonders for his career, and maybe he can hang on and be the understudy to Matthew Stafford. We will see. There's a lot to be answered in the next few games. Unfortunately, he didn't play too bad against the Packers. We couldn't protect him. He was getting ready to load a ball down the field, and right when he's getting ready to throw, they hit his arm, and they intercepted it. So, I like Baker. He's tough as nails. I get a kick out of him. Easy says, I'm gonna look like Brendan Fraser in the whale after eating my tamales. Me too, man. Brendan Fraser, the whale. I'm gonna see that movie, man. I gotta have my man tissues ready, man. That's gonna be a tearjerker. From what I'm seeing by the reviews, and God bless him for coming back, Brendan Fraser, The Mummy and Tarzan and all kinds of stuff he's been in, on and on and on, and he's resurging his career. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna go at 10 o'clock, so I'm not gonna stay too long. Algie Fellas says, my Christmas wish, an offensive line. Yes. Tony Cohn, what's up, brother? Tony Cohn, what's up, brother? Yo, he says. Robert McClendon says, what do we need besides an O-line person? We need a couple of veteran O-linemen. We need an edge rusher. We need to figure out what we're going to do at the running back situation. There's got to be I like how Cam Akers, I'm going to show you a video. I was able to set up my show. That's why I was a couple minutes late before we got here. I wasn't going to do no videos, but I don't like to do that. Sometimes I will, but Cam Akers is starting to look like his old self. If he has the right attitude, I wouldn't mind bringing him in. He's already under contract. Those two, Kyrie Williams and Cam Akers, I like it. We just got to get our offensive line going. Edge rusher, maybe move Ramsey to safety. Maybe look at trade him, get some draft picks, and let our young secondary take over. There's a lot of decisions to be made. Easy says, big preach out on offensive line in a no soft zone play defensive scheme. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Robert Clinton says, Clippers or Lakers? I'm a big Laker fan back in the day. My favorite player besides Kobe Bryant was Magic Johnson, but I appreciate the Clippers. I used to like them when they were what they call themselves? The Lob City. Appreciate them. So let's one snub that I want to say. I've been talking about my guy Bobby Wagner. He a snub in the Pro Bowl. I mean, this guy, he was rated higher than any linebacker by PFF. Highest graded linebacker in the NFL. Tied for 10th most tackles in NFL history. Team leader in tackles with 118 tackles, 64 solo tackles, 5 sacks. And then 8 TFL, and then most regular seasons tackles amongst active players, 1,501. He hasn't slowed down. This guy deserves to be in the Pro Bowl. I mean, maybe he'll get an alternate, but he deserves to go with Donald. Donald's already in there. Donald's already Pro Bowl bound. Cooper Kupp deserves to be there too. I don't care if he's hurt. He deserves to be there. He was on his way, obliterating all the records. And, that's ridiculous. And so we're getting ready for this game here, the Christmas Day game. Against Russell Wilson, and we'll get into that. I'm not here to talk too much about that, but I think it's going to be televised by Nickelodeon too, as well as the other channels. I kind of saw that, and let's get into some video real quick. And we got to. I want to win the rest of these games, but I want to see a lot of improvement with our young guys. Unfortunately, Ben Skoranek got hurt, and it is what it is. But here's what I was talking about: Cam Akers.
Cam, you're averaging over 5 yards a carry for most of the game. What did you feel like was working for you individually?
The offensive line blocked great, so they made it kind of easy for me.
Left side, Akers makes the first man miss. 15 on the first rip for Cam Akers.
When I got to the second level, just trusting myself, making plays, being a playmaker, being who this team need me to be.
Akers over the right side, untouched to the 20, cuts it out right side, and he's dragged down inside the 10.
We've only been getting stronger the past 3 or 4 weeks, so I want to keep it rolling.
CBS and Nickelodeon. There it is. CBS and Nickelodeon's gonna do it. I think Tony Romo's gonna be the broadcaster. But that's a great comment by my guy. Easy says maybe even another athletic tight end this draft. Kendall Blanton, yeah, it's weird how we got rid of him. I don't know. Higbee has not been doing it for me lately. Between the missed blocks and catches, no bueno. And plus, he gets hurt a lot. Kind of like George Kittle, not the player. He's like a poor man's George Kittle for us, but he gets hurt a lot. I really like him though. I really like him, but we do need Bryson Hopkins. Is pretty good, but I really like him. But here's my guy Bobby Wagner. Like I was saying, he got snubbed. I mean, this guy was rated by PFF as a top-rated linebacker, and he doesn't get a Pro Bowl selection, really? Unfortunately, because our offense struggled, the defense hasn't gotten any love. There it is, highest grade in PFF by a linebacker, and here's the video I wanted to show you. Bobby Sway.
Mayfield.
Hold on. Here we go.
Don't love this stuff. You're crazy.
You said it was getting personal with Jalen Ramsey. It got personal with Bobby Wagner.
No
like
doubt.
in the spring.
No doubt.
Presence on the outside with Von Miller, so you're going to see more of Bobby Wagner blitzing. You're going to see more of Ernest Jones blitzing.
Situation makes somebody travel through all the traffic.
Oh, Mariota untouched as Bobby Wagner gets his second sack of the year.
Up. Watch that. If you land on the center, use him as leverage.
Nice Mike linebacker. Oh, I love the delay blitz. Mike linebacker delay blitz. He waited for the defensive end, for Aaron Donald to get.
Smith looking for somewhere to go. Couldn't find anybody. And Bobby Wagner gets in there. A sack.
This guy, he's been everything advertised. Bobby Wagner, a.k.a. Bobby Swags. I know you guys saw that video clip where he jumps over the lineman and he was trying to will us to win in that Tampa Bay game. I wanted that game, not just because I'm a Ram fan and I wanted us to get a winning streak, but I wanted that game for him. He's tried. Our offense just has not been able to put some points on the board consistently because of the O-line, but man, he's just been, I'm glad he's coming back and he's going to pay dividends for our guy, Ernest Jones. And, it's going to be something else next year, next year, but he's been great this year. He deserves a Pro Bowl mention. He deserves it. Robert McClendon says, I'll be a season ticket holder for the third year. I've been to 5 games this year. That's awesome, brother. And this year, I don't think we're going to have to worry about parking, Robert, because 2 things. Number 1, okay, we're going to retool. We're going to come back. We had all these injuries. Hopefully we got them out of the way for next year. We got fast track our young guys to get developed faster, figure out who we're going to weed in and weed out, get rid of, release guys. Tough decisions like Darrell Henderson. And then we get what we need. We make decisions that are, some guys going to be head scratches while we're getting rid of them because of the money, to help with the cap. And then we come back rolling because the NFC is wide open next year. But also because we have a bad record, we get a favorable record next year. So why not? We always are up there in the playoffs. We're deep in the playoffs or winning the Super Bowl or getting to the Super Bowl. We have that type of record, the schedule rather, the next year because we're up there in the playoffs. Well, now we can get to retool, get our guys back, be ready to make another run at it, and we'll have an easier schedule. In the NFL, nothing's easy, but we won't have a Super Bowl schedule like we did this time, starting off with the Bills. So that's another thing. I can see us winning the division again. You getting in the top 3 seeds in the NFC and holding that Lombardi again at the end of the year. Let the Kansas City Chiefs or Buffalo Bills scratch that itch for the Super Bowl, and then or maybe the Bengals will scratch that itch. They've been playing good, and they have the Chiefs number. We'll see what happens, but let them scratch that itch over there, and then we come back strong out of nowhere, and here we are again. And Donald and McVay can ride off into the sunset, or at least Donald can as a 2-time Super Bowl champion. But that's well ahead. We got a lot to go. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. But at least we get a fast track. A silver lining is we get a fast track our young guys and get them some playing game time reps. Aljafella says injuries, maybe a new athletic training staff, training staff, strength and conditioning. We were obliterated by injuries. Yeah, we've actually had injuries all the way from 2018 with Cooper Kupp going down. I think 2020. Big Wit went down. He came back. Golf went down. Remember, he put a screw in his thumb. We've had our share of injuries, but this year's just been ridiculous. We're like, all right, already on the way. They're coming bus. Crazy. I mean, everybody has injuries, but because we're top heavy, we have big names all over the field. We don't have a lot of depth, especially on the old line. So we were kind of makeshift line, and we were going to get reps and get cohesiveness, but we have 13, 14 different lineups in all these games so far. There's no way possible. All a team has to do, not even have a great pass rush, is do some stunts. And our guys are like, where'd he go? Because they haven't played much and they're playing out of position. This last game, first couple of plays, Brian Allen goes down already. Now we're moving Colton Shelton again. So it is what it is, though. No one's going to feel sorry for us. We're Super Bowl champion, a defending Super Bowl champion. It is what it is. I don't feel sorry for us. I'm glad we got that chip and we just lick our wounds and come back. But that's a great comment, Aljafella. Easy says, I followed Bobby Wags from Colony High School in Utah and hated seeing him play in Seattle, being our division rivals, right? A solid pillar in any defense. Yes, I love Bobby Wags. Imagine having him in his prime, like the Legion of Boom. And he's a class act. He's done his share of things in the community in Los Angeles and great teammate. They were saying in that broadcast last game that he doesn't even take practice off. He sets by example. He's a man's man. He's perfect for this franchise. The we not me mentality, and he's a champion. He won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks, so he knows what it takes. Robert Clinton says, "Who do we get for free agent? I would love for us to get maybe a veteran running back as well. Kareem Hunt, I heard, maybe like a poor man's Todd Gurley at this point in his career, just to help the young guys. There was one block that I saw that Brown missed, our running back, and he was supposed to chip the guy, and they sacked Baker Mayfield, and we were trying to go down the field. I go, what are you doing, dude? You're certainly not Sony Michel with the blocking. He just let the guy come right in. If you could have chipped him, it about 2 more seconds. Or a second and a half. He maybe could have got it off got the ball off. We'll see what happens. Boat says 49ers are the future of the NFC West, 2022 NFC champs. Well, we'll see. The quarterback situation is going to be very interesting with Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. I still don't take him seriously. I know he's playing good, but I just that the guy looks like he's selling you an ice cream at Rite Aid. But I want to see him play like that next year with Aaron Donald coming down the pike and Bobby Wagner and Ramsey picking him off in those little short passes. I can't wait. He's doing great now, but the Niners have not been the standard in the NFC West. It's been the Rams. The Rams have won the division most out of anyone in these 10 years with the Kyle Shanahan, since Kyle Shanahan and McVay have taken over these teams, and the Rams are the only team in the division that won a Super Bowl while these head coaches. We'll see what happens. The Rams still have Stafford. I'll take that over any of the Niner quarterbacks any day. And Cooper Kupp, and I'll take him over any of the receivers they have. Aljafella says you can't do anything you can't do anything with our old line. That's exactly right, and we haven't. Easy says Ellington Jenkins would be a nice pickup. He's a free agent from Green Bay next year and can definitely help. There you go, baby. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of things moving around, and don't make no mistake. Les Snead and the guys are not going to sit on their hands. Because this left a bad taste in their mouth. They went from run it back to, Can somebody play offensive line? Who's healthy? Oh, wait a minute. No, he's out too. You're at the police academy. I can't remember the guy's name. We actually got a guy from the police academy to play on the offensive line, to give you an idea. So when people say, "Oh, it's the worst Super Bowl team," well, tied with the Broncos as the most losses by a Super Bowl team the next year. Well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. We don't have an offensive line. We don't even have our starting quarterback. We don't have our number one receiver. We don't have the number two receiver. Aaron Donald, the GOAT on defense, is out. But it is what it is. You know, no one's to feel sorry for us. We're defending Super Bowl champions. It is what it is. It's like Mike Tyson go out there and he have his hands tied behind his back and he's trying to headbutt you. And it can work. Jeff, most of our focus should be on the offensive line. Yep, that's where it starts because we have the core guys. We need to make some tweaks, especially on the other side of Leonard Floyd, the other defensive end. Maybe move Ramsey to safety, or maybe look at maybe trading him and get some picks. But I would love to maybe move him to safety, and then let the young guys take over on the Kobe Durants and the Darian Kendricks and Quentin Lake, see what they have. We'll see what happens. I love Nick Scott, but sometimes he kills me, and you guys know how I feel about Taylor Rapp. Good backups, but I don't think they're starters. But they made some great plays though in the Super Bowl, but just consistently I see a lot of missed plays. Easy says I wouldn't mind getting Jesse Bates III from Cincinnati either. Plays like Eric Whittle, and anybody's better than Rapp at this point. Yeah, that's my point, man. It hurts me because these are our guys. These are Rams. These are our Ram brothers. But man, I was like, make that tackle. You could have tackled him on third down, 2 yards behind the marker. But yes, indeed. Or get that interception. You were right there. Look up. Q Lake can handle it minus Rapp. Yep, that's exactly right. You guys are the same page. Easy as Kyle Shannon ain't the man to get you the Niners to the promised land. I love Kyle. Listen, I appreciate him. He reminds me of Mike Martz, the second coming of Mike Martz. When Dick Vermeil was our coach, Dick Vermeil was there to rein him in. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do this, do that. When he was head coach, he would do an end around on the 5-yard line, or he'd leave Kurt Warner out there and he got blown up in his ribs. When we played the Patriots in the 2001 Super Bowl, Kurt Warner had he had padding around his wrist because he got blown up against the Philadelphia Eagles. And then Mike Martz had the audacity to say, I forgot that he was out there. What are you doing? And then ultimately they trade Kurt Warner, which you should have never did. And the woman who shall be nameless was the owner of the team at that time. And so yeah. We definitely left some rings on the table in St. Louis. Gil, what's up, brother? He says 49ers haven't met the Eagles, Chiefs, or the Bills this year. They met the Chiefs and they lost to the Chiefs. But yes, if they play them again, I see them losing again. It'll be a whole different story once either of these teams smash the Niners. Super Bowl 57 dreams. You know what? I think, of course, if our Rams are playing great and we face the Chiefs, of course we think we can win. Aaron Donald and Stafford and Kupp, right? But the Chiefs are something else, man. That Mahomes looks like he's on a mission. You know how, as a Laker fan, Kobe and Magic were they lost the finals the one year, and then they come back and they're on a mission. That's what Mahomes looks like to me. He's got that eye, that look in his eye. He's another year older, wiser. He doesn't have cheetah, but he's making do. And he's got that look like he's on a mission. Let them scratch that itch. If we're hurting out, let them scratch that itch over there and beat each other up. And then here we are coming back. To take the NFC again and get back to the Super Bowl and hold that Lombardi again. I can see that happening. I can see it because it's not like we haven't won it before. It's not like we don't know how to. Anything that we faced, whether it be the injury year or the Super Bowl year, we don't fear anybody. We've beat everybody. I can't say that enough. David McNider says, get in there and play O-line Rudy block for your future faker face. Man, I wish I could, man, but I wouldn't play offensive line, man. That's crazy. But if I could play, I would love to be a defensive end. When we used to play tackle football when we were young and dumb, we'd play tackle football. We flip on the lights at our high school and play tackle football, and the guys are breaking fingers, and I hit my knee. It was raining, and I slammed my knee on the turf, and I still played, and my knee went because you know how you hit your knee, the kneecap separated and the ground went in between, and like shit. And after that game, I was limping home, and I couldn't walk for like 3 days, and the swelling went down. Luckily, I didn't tear anything. That's easy. He says, I like Hugh Lake. He's UCLA dog, but look how the presence of Weddle's veteran savvy. That's exactly right. There's nothing replaces experience. Savvy, help Nick Scott. Sometimes you pay for veteran insight and teaching. Exactly right. I love it. I would love for them to bring during the off season, have Weddle come in, like Big Witt was helping offensive lineman, and we have our coaches, but kind of be in the clubhouse, like a specialty guy with our young secondary. Bring a Weddle in there. Bring a Keith Lyle, or bring a Toby Wright for those old school guys like me. Bring a Todd Light. Bring the legends, the Ram legends. Bring a Jerry Gray. I think he's coaching with another NFL team. He's always coaching somewhere. Or bring like my guy Leroy Irvin. I would love that. Nolan Cromwell. Easy says Shannon can't, and he hasn't. Algie Fellas says, "Vieja Pender." David Nash says, "You played the Bengals, not the Chiefs or the Bills and the Bengals." Well, we took care of the Chiefs and with Jared Goff, but you can only play who's in front of you. But the Bengals beat the Chiefs, though. Burrows is no slouch, and those receivers are no slouch. Easy says we can get 2 commissary picks if we ship Raheem Morris to a head coaching job and get DeMarco Ryans as our D coordinator. Yeah, DeMarco Ryan. I mean, that's one thing that I give I tip my cap to Kyle Shanahan and McVay, is they get great assistant coaches, great assistant coaches. Yes, indeed. Algie Fellas says thumbs up, Easy E. Dave McNiner says DeMeco Ryan will be a head coach. Yep, he will. He's played great. He played great. Clarisard 49 says, "Pack it up, Ram fans. You won a chip. See you in 22 years again." It hasn't been that long, has it? That's right, 1999. But since we came to LA, it's only been 6 years. That's right. The time flies. So let's get into the Espanol call of Baker Mayfield touchdown.
Mayfield, silent count in the gun.
Got that one. Hold on. Did I get it? All right, well, let's just
Mayfield, silent count in the gun. 3 to his left, 1 to his right.
3 receptores por izquierda, 1 por derecha, voltea al centro, Baker, touchdown!
His first touchdown catch of 2022.
I didn't notice it was in English first. It's a Baker touchdown. I love it. I love that. What time is it? All right, we better go. All right, guys, I'm gonna go see The Whale with my guy Brendan Fraser. I hope everyone has a great night, and thank you for everything. I appreciate you guys, and you Niner guys too. David McNiner, Clarisard 49. We go back and forth. You guys love your team. We love our Rams. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys coming in, because I appreciate you guys coming in and taking some time out of your night, even though you guys are not Ram fans, but it's also NFC West talk. I don't talk about that enough, but we talk about the Niners because we, even before when Geno Smith was playing good, I really didn't take them seriously. The Seahawks and the Cardinals, they've been horrible with Kyler Murray. I really feel bad for the Cardinals fans. It's really between the Niners and Rams in this division. Even with Pete Carroll, I mean, they have so much talent on both teams. And so I want to just thank you guys for coming in here, and appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I hope everybody has a great Christmas. I'll probably try and get in here before Christmas, but thank you guys for coming in. I hope everybody has a safe Christmas with your family and friends. And if you don't, you got me and your RAMILIA. And again, I can't thank you guys enough. I appreciate each and one of you guys spending time with me and my channel. And thank you so much. And then, like I told my guy, One Cali Ram, I'm going to have some Rams gear, RAMILIA gear, wristbands, and all kinds of stuff. It's coming its way. I'll let you guys know for sure. Dana Barry says, yo, Rams suck, yo. Lakers suck. hey, yeah, they do right now. I mean, the AD is hurt again. But yes, indeed. Let's see. Easy says, when DeMarco becomes a head coach, you wonders will be at the bottom of the barrel for another decade. At your fellas, happy holidays to all the RAMILIA. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So thank you guys again. I gotta go see The Whale with Brendan Fraser. As we always say, may the RAMILIA be with you. And Ramulators, mount up. Let's see. This always puts a smile on my face. Good night, everybody. Have a great one.
Got it? We were born to ride.